Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you now Game 3 in this best of... Wait, nope. This is not Game 3 in the best of series between Lin and Lawliet. This is an anti-spoiler game with Moon and Lin. You can see Lin spawning here as the blue orc at what I'll call the top left-hand side of the map, the 10 o'clock location. Meanwhile, Moon, who needs no introduction, named the 5th race. Very strong, very popular Night Elf player, no longer at the peak of his success as he did transition into StarCraft 2, but he has been involved in this AWC tournament, playing some interesting matchups, interesting games, as we're now looking at an Altar of Elders being placed down, but no Ancient of War. Alright, so the reason why Moon was often called the 5th race was because he didn't play Night Elf like everyone else. Normally, I could close my eyes at this point and say that the Night Elf player is setting up an Ancient of War. He's going to Ancient of War creep, set up a Demon Hunter, and then go for Druids of the Talon. That is not going to be the case here. It is going to be a Demon Hunter, but I am still wondering what's going to be following this up. I would have thought perhaps Hunter's Hall and Priestess of the Moon. That is a very common opening as well. If you do stay mass tier 1, that bounce damage does do a lot against grunts and are also faster than those grunts, able to chase them down. Let's take a look at what Lin is going for. Lin is in fact setting up a Voodoo Lounge off over here. You can see a Wisp has made its way over, and what is going to be happening next as that Wisp wanders around here, sees the Voodoo Lounge, and now perhaps makes a camping spot here, being able to harvest lumber on the other side of the map. Meanwhile, you can see there's a Wisp here. There is Moon setting up a Hunter's Hall, and there is that Ancient of War, or what will be an Ancient of War in just a moment. There it is. No, Hunter's Hall, Ancient of War. There's the Moonwell here. And this is still all rather strange as the Demon Hunter may be trying to do a little bit of harassment. The Demon Hunter now coming around the far side, able to head off into the shop here, getting a little bit closer, buying that Dust of Appearance. And now what is going to be happening here is the Demon Hunter now gets spotted by the Grunt. The Blade Master now perhaps wondering what is going on here, as he knows that with that Demon Hunter here, he is not actually trying to do any creeping. Alright, the Hunter's Hall and that Ancient of War will be completed in just a moment. This is a rather lumber-intensive strategy, as huntresses are more lumber-intensive than archers, especially with that Hunter's Hall as well. So far, this Demon Hunter wandering around trying to make sure that the Blade Master doesn't gain experience. Blade Master doing the same thing, making sure that the Demon Hunter doesn't gain experience, as we're researching Ultra Vision as the very first research. So Nightfall huntresses are going to be able to spot very quickly. You can see that the Blade Master is doing a little bit of creeping there. Meanwhile, the Grunt getting in some damage onto a Moonwell, but not quite anything else, as we may be seeing a Priestess of the Moon as the second hero. There is the Tech to Tree of Ages, and now the Demon Hunter Blade Master is just wandering around here. Demon Hunter hasn't really done anything except run laps around the map. So, if we do see a Demon Hunter, we could see a Priestess of the Moon. Scroll of Town Portal has been sold. Are we going to pick up a Staff of Preservation or Staff of Teleportation? I can't really make this prediction any longer. The Demon Hunter looked like he was waiting for something, hasn't seen it just quite yet, and now finally picks up Boots of Speed. Alright, meanwhile, the Blade Master enjoying some creeping time to himself. We are getting some Huntresses now added into this fight here. Moonwells are being constructed, and as the Tree of Ages is being completed and upgraded, we may have a Tavern Hero join in on this fight. Huntresses are wandering around the map, wondering perhaps where that Blade Master actually is. There's that Blade Master there. Oh, the Blade Master could have lost that healing salve right there, as the Huntresses are now looking for a Grunt who has run the opposite direction. Blade Master here, still sitting at level 1, being forced to use some healing salve, not sitting at level 2. Triple Wisp off over here, so it looks like it is going to be a tower attempt. Alright, so tower attempts, Hunter's Hall, tower attempts. The Huntresses are more of a red herring in terms of why that particular building was being built at all, and this may come as a complete surprise. Alright, Grunt is now in a little bit of trouble here. He is getting pathed, and he is getting stopped all over the place. You can see that the Huntress is just bouncing around back and forth. You can see now going back the other direction, and it looks like the Grunt will get taken down. There it goes. Meanwhile, the Blade Master is trying to go after this Null Overseer Creep Camp, will take it down, picks up a Gloves of Haste, as we're now looking at what, an Ancient of Wonders being built there, perhaps? Yes, that is going to be the case. So Ancient Wonders is going to be built off over here. Are we going to perhaps see another hero picked up at the tavern? You can also see that the Demon Hunter going after the Null Overseer here. The Demon Hunter is not going to get to level 2 off of this creep camp. And now we are also getting Nature's Blessing upgrade. Alright, so Nature's Blessing means that the trees will be walking slightly faster. There's the Ancient Protectors off to the north. And this is going to be a tower attempt at the 6-minute mark with fast-moving Ancient Protectors. Like I said, Moon, known for some crazy off-the-wall strategies, and that does seem to be the case. There's a mana burn there. And here's the engagement going back and forth. Oh, there's a Hex, very low hit point Huntress. Now going to be in a little bit of trouble. There's a mana burn onto the Shadow Hunter. Down goes the Huntress there as the Demon Hunter now tries to run back away. Did they hide the fact that an Ancient of Wonders is being built? Yes, Moon is purposely wandering in a different direction there, knowing that the Hex isn't going to last that long. The Demon Hunter is able to run back with that Boots of Speed and Ring of Protection +2. There is 3 Ancient Protectors, as Lin somehow is suspecting Ancient Protectors. So he is going to be building Demolishers of his own. We are going to be going into a Keeper of the Grove. So there's the Keeper of the Grove with Entangling Roots, and now more Ancient Protectors are being added off to perhaps down over here. There's the engagement. The Huntresses can come inside and take down these Grunts very, very quickly. Entangling Roots is a Grunt's absolute worst nightmare. And where is the Entangling Root? Now onto the Blade Master. The Blade Master is suffering a lot of damage. Mana Burn could be coming in if that Mana Burn does go off. Oh, there's the Mana Burn, and now the Blade Master is not able to run away. The Blade Master going to get taken down at level 2, and that was a huge turnaround there. Alright, the Keeper of the Grove still has enough mana. Are we going to see another Keeper of the Grove entangle Roots? Yes, we are. Now on to the Shadow Hunter. The Shadow Hunter is now semi-surrounded. No, not lasting all that long, as the Grunt did do part of the blocking there, as the Huntress is doing some beautiful, beautiful pathing. There's the Ensnare, and the Huntress gets the final blow. Beautiful move by Moon, getting that a little bit of range here, and now we see 3 Ancient Protectors now being constructed. Demolisher now needs to get into position. However, we can see an Ancient Protector already walking its way over. The Demolishers hoping to take down the Ancient Protector. A second Demolisher now being trained up as well, as this Ancient Protector needs to eat a tree and root itself in just a moment. Alright, this could be bad news. The Ancient Protector now needs to walk away. This Ancient Protector may start rooting itself here in just a moment. And what is going on here? The Ancient Protectors can just start attacking back. There goes one Ancient Protector, as we are now looking at the Altar of Storms suffering a lot of damage. Alright, this could be bad news as well. The Demon Hunter now trying to get in there. There's the entanglement on one of those peons. The peons unable to repair as they're entangled. The Huntresses are also vulnerable to the Demolishers as well, as we are looking at the rooted Ancient Protector back over here. Another peon going to get taken down. The Blade Master is... Where is he? There he is. The Blade Master is now finally out onto the field. There's the Windwalk, as Lin has resurrected a second hero. There is 2 Ancient Protectors now lobbing giant boulders at these buildings off over here. You can see that this Ancient Protector is low on hit points, as the Demolisher is just within range to try and take it down. There it goes, and the Demolisher with a surprisingly fast attack rate, as the Ancient Protector is still doing a little bit of pushing. Here you go. There is the Blade Master now trying to come in again. Oh, we could have the Spirit Walker now trying to engage. Blade Master now sitting at level 3. Altar of Storms is about to fall. It is going to get repaired. Triple Ancient Protector, or double Ancient Protector still. That one Demolisher, 2 Demolishers inside the base. Beautiful, beautiful strategy, as Moon looks like this tower rush is not going to be successful, even though losing both his heroes. Ancient Protector going to fall here, and now Lin with a level 3, level 1 hero combination versus a level 1 Keeper of the Grove and a Demon Hunter. This is a crazy fight here. Moon now needing to just regroup himself and try and throw a bit of a change up at his opponent. We are only 9 minutes into this game, and we have already seen a wide array of strategies, a lot of action happening in this 9-minute game. And it really feels like a well-played game already by both sides. Lin recovering extremely nicely pulling off units at just the right moment. The Demon Hunter is now looking to try and take down this Null Overseer here, hopefully getting a good item. There's a Ring of Protection +2. We are going into Kodos from the Bestiary. We are getting a healing wave on Lin's level 2 Shadow Hunter. And things are just starting to gain more and more traction. The problem for Moon was that those Demolishers are both effective against Ancient Protectors and Huntresses. A very, very strong read by Lin to know what unit to train up at just the right time, as the Demon Hunter now going after the Forest Troll Warlord here. We can see a transition into Dryads, but Dryads are not a good unit either. Dryads just fall apart to Demolishers. You can see Robe of Magi has been picked up, quickly sold, as now the Keeper of the Grove does have a Scroll of Healing. Now with Raiders and I believe a couple of Demolishers now coming in, it doesn't look like Moon's base will be lasting very long. Staff of Preservation sends the Keeper of the Grove back home early. Demolishers now going to force an engagement here. As you can see, this Moonwell, which was half hit points at the very start, quickly taken out already. Mana burn onto the Shadow Hunter, who still has plenty of mana. The real threat here are those Demolishers. Speed Scroll quickly getting that Demolisher away, rolling it back. Lin does have an entangled Kodo Beast here, as the Demolishers are doing exactly what they're supposed to, destroying unarmored units. And there they go. You can see the Raiders, some of them are getting picked apart, but some low hit point units all across the board. A Scroll of Healing does save some of those units here, as the Raider is also doing a bit of siege damage as well. The Blade Master going to finish off that poor Dryad. There's another mana burn. There goes some more units as well. There is still one Demolisher in this fight here, and it is not it is firing at this poor Dryad, who is going to be running to the backfield. All right, oh, beautiful micro by Moon, making sure to move that target so that this poor Demolisher doesn't get the hits in. All right, level 4 now onto the Blade Master, though, as the Demon Hunter gets taken out. And perhaps that was a little bit of Moon's focus loss, trying to save a Dryad only to lose another unit there. There goes the Ancient of War. And now all that stands in the way is a Keeper of the Grove and one Dryad to stop a Demolisher, and so many units there behind it. There's the GG. A great game between Lin and Moon. A short one, but a good one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game number 3, this bonus cast between Lin and Moon.